So we're going to break this into 2 videos. The first is going to look at all the public information, and then when we get access to the investor deck, we're going to look at that. So let's just look at it straight away. They've had 6 days of fundraising. They've raised 1.5. They had a target of 1 million, so they're doing quite well. 500 investors, which suggests the average investment is pretty high. I'd imagine, just looking at this, I'd imagine that maybe there's a big investor in there. I don't know. It's a B Corp, which is a social type of investment. It enables people to be paid and get donations for watching ads. So they're working with big brands like EE, Nike, Mondelez, the food company, and media agencies like Dentsu. In fact, I work with Dentsu for my work with Meta and WhatsApp. So they're a good brand, an agency, Dentsu. And they're investing alongside Channel 4 and Rio Ferdinand. So Rio Ferdinand actually featured in another one of these presentations I did a few weeks ago. But anyway, what else we got? Commercial agreements with EE to pre-install on Android. Global talent agreements with Trent Alexander-Arnold, which is another footballer, Claire Boulding in the sports space as well. Commercial contracts with Cadbury, the food brand, Heineken, the drinks brand, Chip, which is another brand I invest in, which is a fintech brand, and Climate, another company I invest in, which is the financial, ethical investor kind of space. Check those guys out. And they've got agreements with some big media agencies, Dentsu, who I work with at Facebook, or WhatsApp rather, Group M, who I've worked with before, I believe they own Stake, and Publicis, which is a big media agency as well. As you can see here, they control 150 billion of ad spend globally. So that's legit. I know because I work in this space. So world is imbalanced, social technologies that should have served us now cause us harm. And they're kind of trying to revolutionize advertising. And they're trying to redirect 100 billion in advertising away from Facebook and back to people and planet. Not quite sure what that means, actually. I guess they're going to share the revenue because a lot of the ad spend is through Facebook and Instagram. But anyway, I think they're saying that's kind of draw in mass money from individual investors who are kind of generally probably quite against companies like Facebook, Instagram, Meta. Anyway, how does it work? Every time a brand advertises, generalization there, but it'd be interesting to see if they actually do get 30% conversion rates. Anyway, 50% of every pound advertisers spend on Weare8 is shared directly with the users. 5% goes to charity, 5% goes to the Creative Fund. So that's interesting. I'd like to understand how that works in detail. I think it's probably going to come out once I get access to the investor deck, because that sounds a bit unusual. I imagine it's this 50% of every pound the advertiser spends on the platform Weare8. I would think it's probably their fee. It's not like 50% of the advertising. That'd be mad. Anyway, since our launch, they've done 20 campaigns, or more than 20. They're already repeating this, that they've got partnerships with BT, Channel 4, UK TV. They've collected invested over 4 million in airtime. They want to scale globally. They're starting with the US and Australia. Okay, let's have a look at their video. It's a 5-minute video, actually, so I won't click on that yet. I'll do that in a minute. Imagine a world free from hate on social apps, on social app. That's a bit of an error there. That recognizes your power to change the world. Imagine a future where you are paid every time you watch an ad, and we unite to save our precious planet. I think that does sound good. We could jump into those details. Only need a smattering to be a significant digital player. That's be a superhero. Cadbury's obviously owned by Mondelez. My connection to Cadbury's is I grew up in Bourneville, where they were founded, and my mother knew some of the family. They had an aggressive takeover, so they were bought by Mondelez. Different story. They inspire economically. They empower people. Our technology gives advertisers better results, cost efficient, effective, and the best way to deliver ads to the people. Obviously, this makes a lot of sense. Like, they're paying people to watch the ads, so obviously people are going to watch more ads. Percentage goes to charity. I don't know how much better it is for brands. That's kind of yet to be seen. Obviously, it makes sense for individuals if they're getting paid. Be interesting to see how much they get paid. Anyway, they say it's a hate-free evolution of social ads, inspired by content by Rio Ferdinand, Claire Boulding, Tom Daly, Trent Alexander, and more. I know some of these individuals that they're mentioning have pretty interesting ideas about on the global scene, where there is, they may support, individuals in general may support, campaigns that aren't necessarily as clean as they're making out here. But anyway, let's look here. Sam I, sustainable ad manager. I'm not quite sure. I like the way it's in, it's saying how much it's breaking down. So £1,600 gone to Water8. Actually, I support Water8 and I really like that charity. You've built relationships with 168,000 people. I'm not quite sure how that kind of adds up. Maybe they'll explain that possibly. Open rate, opt-in rate 97%, click-through rate 30%. That makes sense because they're paying people. We deliver on average 30x better click-through rate for advertisers than Facebook. Yeah, that makes sense because they're paying people. Of course, that makes sense. Let's see about the team. Sue is the CEO. She's a tech entrepreneur. She's building businesses. Was leading media data aggregation build business, Standard Media Index. Don't know that, but it might be good. Exclusive contracts with global media agencies. This technology is used by the biggest NBC and Disney. Okay. Haley, COO, experience sales and operations. She's led teams at Groupon, Uber, WeWork. Okay. George, CTO. Okay, doesn't say where he's worked. Simo, previous Orange. Okay, multiple geographies. Seems okay. This person seems to be critical, the CEO, Lizzie, with TV, radio, and digital. So that's interesting. I haven't got access yet. I've already requested access. It's been submitted. Let's have a look. So they've had, so the largest investment was 1.4 million. This is what I was mentioning earlier. Actually, so that's 90% of that spend has been from one person. That's probably someone like Channel 4, some big company. All right, they're airing on BT Sport. I've got a BT Sport. Maybe that was, I didn't see that actually. So they had an advert there. It's interesting. The CPM model. So I'd like to read what someone's a question people have mentioned here. Can you explain a little bit more about CPM pricing model? For people watching this don't understand CPM, it's cost per mil or cost per 1,000 impressions, which is an advertiser gets charged every time 1,000 people have seen the ad. That's what CPM means. Okay, and how that flows through into revenue share between end user, charity, and Weare8. In the appendix example, you charge the two brands a CPM 7.5 pounds, £7.56, which means a cost per view of less than 1p per advert seen to be split 3 ways. Currently on the app, you are paying users between 6p and 10p from the ads. So my question is, what price point CPM do you envisage brands having to pay at maturation for the model to be sustainable at £7.5? Seems way too low if a key component of the manifesto is that the user gets paid for their attention time. I would have to watch 1,000 ads per month to make £3 for myself and £3 for charity. That's a really interesting point. So they haven't got back to that. I'm going to dig into the deck as well. I don't think there's anything else I can glean here from this. If you're interested in investing in Weare8, it's an equity raise. They're raising 4 million. They're valuing themselves at 36 million, which I think is quite high. Doesn't say anything about their revenue at the moment. So I think that's surprising. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. And yeah, once I've got access to this deck, I'm going to take a look for you guys. And, with my experience, I've got over 12 years of marketing and advertising experience, buying ads, and I understand the, advertising model. Display it sounds like this is a display model. So I think I've got a unique kind of view on this, working for some of the biggest brands in the world. And so I've got some of my experience here. This isn't a vertical. I understand it incredibly well. It also looks like the company is working with some of the brands that I invest in as well. So I'm going to create another video once I've got access to the deck, and I'm going to be analyzing their actual pitch deck as well. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, queries, or comments, let me know in the comment section below. If you're interested in your own progress, that's what this channel is all about, helping you guys progress in your careers, in your finances, sharing some of my own ideas and experiences and analyses across the board. I've got some videos about different things, equities, startups, property, how to beat inflation, etc., etc. If you think there's any value in these videos, then feel free to smash that plus up or thumbs up even, and subscribe. And yeah, I really enjoy making these videos. Knowledge is power, especially the right kind of knowledge, and progress everything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.